Hey, my name is Robert. Welcome back to Fight Pics. This is episode 12. I know I've crammed in a lot so far this week, but hey, ain't nothing bad with that. I'm just about to get 3 predictions right in a row, which is perfect because this fight card, it's really interesting. The matchups are actually pretty intriguing. Today I'm going to be covering Tyson Fury versus Arslanbek Makhmudov. And this fight, it's a heavyweight fight, so anything can happen, but I feel like there is one very clear winner. Let me just start off with Tyson Fury's fight style and the things he does great and some of the issues he has. Tyson Fury is a monster heavyweight and stands at 6'9". He is a very twitchy boxer puncher and has developed his power over the span of his career. He has excellent boxing despite his size, and he has shown to be very sharp when he is fighting at his best. Fury has great counters, and he has the ability to perfectly time his opponents as they enter range. He did this against Usyk many times with the uppercut and his chopping right hand. Throughout his career, Fury has found the most success with his 1-2. It is a combination that he has been able to land on everyone with pretty good consistency. Defensively, Fury likes to parry the straight punches, and he uses his size in order to weave out of the way of oncoming hooks. Because of his low guard, he can be caught on the exit as he tries to lean away from these hooks. Tyson Fury has great footwork and has been able to utilize it very well against flat-footed heavyweights. Most notably against Deontay Wilder, where he was able to move out of the way of pretty much all Wilder's single punch combinations. Fury's freakishly long reach has been able to get away with overextending and looping his hooks that most fighters cannot do. This has benefited him a lot throughout his career, especially when he fights shorter fighters. Fury has been down 8 times in his career, and it has cost him in many fights. However, each and every time he has shown great resilience and ability to recover. Against Deontay Wilder, he managed to get up from a final round 1-punch KO and won the rest of the round. It shows he has heart. He has great heart. Now I'm going to be covering Arslanbek Makhmudov's fight style along with the things he does right and some of the things he does wrong as well. Makhmudov is a 6'5" heavyweight pressure fighter, and he has one goal when he fights in the ring. He wants to break you down and knock you out. He actually fights with his hands relatively low though, which makes his defense significantly worse. Makhmudov doesn't really move his head that often, and he is relatively stationary with his upper body. Now and then he weaves in order to move out of the way of punches, but he doesn't really do it too often. If Makhmudov slips one of your punches, it's so he can counter off of it. He doesn't really slip defensively, so when he does slip, you know it's to create offense. Unsurprisingly, Makhmudov's favorite punch is his right hand. Most of the time he sets it up with his jab and he loads it up. When it lands flush, it can do devastating damage. Body shots have always had an effect on Makhmudov, and this is due to the high pace he fights at. When he fights, he often aims for the stoppage early, and he blows his tank sometimes. This is why the body shots really add up for him. Agit Kabayel was able to take advantage of this the most and actually stopped Makhmudov due to it. Because Makhmudov is so aggressive, he neglects his defense, and it has been the biggest issue of his career so far. When Makhmudov commits to a combination, he doesn't anticipate oncoming combinations or oncoming counters especially. He has been stopped twice because of this. Guido Vianello was able to take advantage of Makhmudov overextending so often in their fight and stopped him because of this. The fight was stopped due to swelling over the eye of Makhmudov, but before that, Makhmudov went down and was hurt multiple times. Though not too important, Makhmudov has this fighting tick that is pretty hilarious. He shakes his head around in like this weird way, and he'll do it like multiple times, and it makes him look kind of insane. I can't even lie. He seems to do it the most after he drops someone or he gets dropped himself. It really makes me wonder what made him start doing that. Maybe it's a nervous tick, I'm not sure. Now I'm gonna go over my predictions for this fight. When you look at Fury's resume, Deontay Wilder is the best comparison to Arslanbek Makhmudov. The way they hold their guard, their footwork, and their punch selection, it's very similar. Wilder, however, is much more powerful than Arslanbek Makhmudov, and at the time when he fought Fury, had much more pro experience than him as well. But let's not forget, Fury stopped Wilder in their second and third fights. Makhmudov is not as good as Wilder was back in 2020 and 2021. Wilder had a different level of power in his hands, and he always had the ability to connect with it. Makhmudov has power in his hands too. However, he was recently stopped by Guido Vianello. Guido Vianello is light on his feet and is a boxer puncher. Does that sound familiar? The fact of the matter is that Makhmudov doesn't really move his head at all, and he takes most punches on the chin when he is done throwing combinations. Tyson Fury is sharp, and he looked good in his last fight against Usyk. Fury will be countering Makhmudov all night long. Makhmudov is not a high-level heavyweight, and it will show very clearly in this fight. Makhmudov's only chance to win this fight is from his power. And this is similar to Wilder's only path to victory when he fought Tyson Fury. Makhmudov doesn't possess the technical skill to beat Fury in any other aspect of boxing. I believe Tyson Fury will break down his opponent as the rounds go by, and he will force a stoppage in round 6. Well, thank you for watching. So this was also a quick breakdown like the last two, but I feel like it's because of the fights on this card. They're good, but there's a clear winner due to the skills, and in this case it was due to the skills. The past fight that I did, Prograis versus Ben, was because of wear and tear. The fight before that was because of Clark's lack of head movement, upper body movement. I feel like he gets hit too much, and I feel like Huni is too quick for him and too defensively sound for him. I think it's going to be a good lineup. I'm really looking forward to it. Let me know who y'all got in the comments. Tyson Fury, Arslanbek Makhmudov. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.